this is Clossi, and I'm back with another video. Today I have a game I played in the AGA City League. I am facing a 6-on AGA. I am white in this game, and the Comey is 7.5, though, and we're using the AGA rule set. So yeah, let's see the game. I've been liking this double Komoku for white. I've been testing it out a lot lately, so that's mainly why I chose this, because this Komoku can approach this star point, this Komoku can approach this Komoku. If he played the star point, I might have played the star point, or I might have played this, I'm not sure. But as soon as he played this, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just go with the double Komoku. I've been playing it a lot lately. And then I like this Joseki when they do the high approach into this side. So kind of standard so far. Yeah, I was considering trying stuff like this, or maybe like this, but I wasn't liking the results if black played something like this, because it's kind of easy to work with here, and I didn't really feel it was necessary to make the game complicated yet. I probably should do something there, but I kind of like simple games because they're easier for me to control, and I like taking control of the game quickly, so I didn't really see a reason to start a big fight over there yet, so I just played here and left the AGI, because there's still AGI here, and here, and I was looking at this as well. Because I have those follow-ups, I played over here to see how my opponent would respond, and even if he pincers and does something like this, takes away my extension, I can still easily settle in the corner like this. So he played high, and I approached the top right. I was looking at finishing my shape here, or here, or here. Oops, not there. Here. I wasn't sure what was better, and then even if I did respond somewhere over here, or even if it did something like this, and then came back like this, I was worried that the combination on the right, that the Shamari on the right would look a little good for black. I can still do this, so it's not as bad as I probably was thinking during the game, but the center actually still has a big opening like this for one. Wakahane here. Or you can start a big fight here. So the bottom side isn't as big as it looks. You can also play a clamp here and Sabaki here possibly. There's an invasion on the bottom here. Yeah, there's a lot of AGI, right? I'm not sure how to use it, but I'm not sure the best way to use it, because if I knew the best way to do stuff, I'd probably be a pro. But the idea is the bottom isn't as big as it looks because there's so many openings. And the right side, if I come in like this, he can play like this, and the top right becomes very large. If I try to play like this, he can push me towards thickness, seal this corner. Now the bottom right's very large. And I usually feel like if black gets a solid position too easily, then black will be leading because black had the first move. So I usually don't like letting my opponent, when they're black, get a solid position really easily. So that's why I chose this move. It may or may not be correct, because it did leave weakness on the bottom. Okay, so he played the wrong direction here. I think it's better to play something like this, or like this, because if you look at the direction of play, or even like this, the direction of play says black wants to develop the right side and white is flat on the top side. But in this case, black said, I want to stop you getting the top side. And now I should play something like this. It's what we discussed after the game. A friend and I discussed this position and concluded that this was better. Even though black gets a corner, once I do stuff like this, white's position's better off, or a little bit better off, because black played the wrong direction to play. He has a stone doing not much on the top, because on top, this is still open, right? So it isn't as big as it looks. And white's development is a little bit better than black's development, and white has 7.5 Comey, so white feels like he's leading a little bit this game. I mean, it's not by that much, but it still feels like white's a little bit ahead. So in the game, though, I was looking at the weakness of M16, and I like to attack and gain profit, so I chose this Joseki and got this result. And now I'm attacking, and I like attacking because I like controlling the game, and when I'm attacking someone, I definitely feel in control of the game. In this case, though, it was a little bit wrong direction, so... Hane here is questionable because there's a lot of issues with cuts, so maybe he can just go up like this. I still have to come back and fix my cut, and then he has better shape, right? And if I try to do something here, that becomes an issue. So I didn't want to help him make shape. I think this was a slow move. I think black should have gone like right here. Then white, and then black can go like right here. This move seemed rather slow. So I start sealing him in, and now I'm getting control of the center of the board, and I like having control of the board. This Hane is a mistake. The better move is to just Nobi back, because I was looking at possibly doing something like this. Oops. And possibly doing something like this and cutting him off. But I can't because it's Mii for him. So I can't cut him off. So I have to play this way, and then he gets this beautiful tiger's mouth. So it's better to Nobi back. When I played this, I thought I was taking his liberties, because Hane at the head of 2 usually leaves bad liberties for the other person's shape. But in this case, it was actually helping black make shape, so it's a little bit of a mistake. And here, I was kind of at a loss for what to do. So I kind of just took his shape and then kept solid, is what I concluded was the only thing I can do. He played here. I honestly thought he was going to play here, but he ended up playing this. I'm not sure if this is good or bad for him, but I know what happens later, so I was thinking solid would be more secure, but he might have just been able to play differently later, so I don't know. Alright, then I come out here and make shape because I'm not alive. Yeah. I thought he would defend this way, and then I could come back and possibly do something again. I can come in here, or I can just develop the bottom. But he played here, and that's a pretty good move. I think that's a good move. Because even if I come in here, it's not that big, right? Or not as big as the corner, right? Because he's alive on both sides. And then later, if he gets this move, it's really, really big. So I thought this was an interesting move. Of course, I start settling myself on the bottom. I played low here because now my stone's weak, so I can't exactly say, oh, I'm jumping high from a third line stone when the third line stone might die. Yeah, so I just sort of give up that stone and leave it for AGA, get me a position on the bottom, and then come back to try to deal with my opponent's weakness over here. I considered just start developing now with something. maybe like this, or maybe get something like this and develop. But I like taking advantage of my opponent's weakness. It's just more my style, I guess. I see the weakness in there, and I don't want to let my opponent secure it so easily. Maybe it's a little bit greedy, but I like attacking. So I go in here, look at the weakness, and here I take the eye shape real quick and make some shape, and then come out and start trying to cut everything. So it looks like white shape is getting dangerous, but black has so much AGA, it's really hard to kill these white stones. Here it looks really dangerous for white, so you have to read very carefully, but there's a way out right here. Yeah, there's no real way to completely seal white in after this. If you read all the AGI, there's so many Ataris and Liberty issues on black's outside stuff that there's no way to cut off these white stones. You may look at something like this, but then white can do this, and if you think, oh, I can just capture the stone, well, then you die. So black has to defend like this, right? But then there's this double Atari. Well, you can't let that happen. Okay, so then black has to go like it. Well, then you die again. Yeah. So black played right here. And I make shape, and I get out. Of course, black let me out the least ideal way. So it still wasn't pretty for me. But I think it was okay. I thought it was okay because this was originally black's area. Though I did lose my center development. So maybe in hindsight, after looking at this, I probably should have just developed my position. Would have been easier. But at the time, I chose this because this is more what I prefer to play, but I don't know. So yeah, I start making shape here, and I'm really looking at the cuts over here, and so is black. And black made a mistake. This is definitely Sente. Black needs to fix. And then I was looking at cutting black off. Oh, sorry for my runny nose. Trying to catch a cold or something, I think. But yeah, I was looking at cutting black off and attacking again. Like I said, I really like to attack. But black's shape is actually not completely alive on the top. He can definitely make an eye here, though. Like this is easy for him to just make eyes. But he hasn't played it yet. So if I can get all the outside moves and force him to play that in Gote, it'd be good. And all the outside moves will be free because it's kind of his only eyes. So if I get like the first move on top, like right here, then he doesn't really have any eyes. He can connect right here though, but this is a ko. So it's still not completely okay for black, but so white still has some stuff to work with. It's definitely a complicated game, and I like attacking my opponent's weakness. So, but this is definitely a big mistake, and you will see in the variation as follows. Oh, there's that ko. Throw in to take away the eye shape, and now he has one eye. Yep, and co-fight for a huge death. So white is definitely happy here. Like, this is really, really good for white. Alright, so he starts making co-threats, and we get into this big co-fight. Yep. Yep. Co-fight, co-threat. And I come out here. So we were discussing it, friend and I, and we were kind of looking at this move, and we weren't sure if it's bigger. So if black connects, we get this, this, and then this. And I wasn't sure if this was bigger than what I played in the game, what I played in the game, I'll just show you that real quick. I came out, he connected, and I cut him off. But I was wondering if this was a little bit bigger, because side is definitely bigger than center, but in this case I was worried about black getting something like this, or like this. And now black has control of the center of the board, and I'm like really cut off on the bottom. So I was thinking that a Koth right here would be more effective. Black disagreed because he didn't respond. And then I played here. 1 point jump is definitely better here. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I was worried about the AGA of the wedge and stuff, but there's no reason not to play this. I mean, I thought I was being more solid, but it was actually slower, and I regret it here soon. Like immediately. Because black plays right here, and now it becomes difficult for white to respond. So he definitely made use of the AGA there pretty effectively. But yeah, I have to gain the territory here. I have to gain at least 15 to 20 points here to catch up, I think. No, I think it was like 15 points. 10 to 15 points is what I'm behind in territory-wise. So all I needed was, on this whole side right here, is like 10 to 15 points, and I get that. So I thought I was doing fine, because there's my 10, 15 points, but now this becomes an issue. So now it's another fight. Take advantage of the AGA here. I'll go out here. He plays here, and I make a blunder. I come down here. So the better variation is this. Just connect right here. Cut off black, and then I can come out. Right? And actually, white has the advantage here, because black's weaker than white. So it's easier for white to connect up than it is for black. So white has the advantage of this fight. But in the game, I was thinking this took black's liberties. I get that Atari. I do this. And keep in mind, I started here, and I will show you where I ended, where I read. I read this, 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 this. I got up to here in my reading. And then when I read from the O2, I saw this shape. I'm like, oh, I'm cutting off black and I have good shape. I really like this because it's more valuable than just connecting. Then I get to this point in the game and I'm like, crap. And here's why. Throw in, ba-dum, 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 or ba-dum, and it's a ladder. Because I lost liberties on the bottom, he now has a ladder. So if I connect, throw in, there, Tari, there, Tari, there, Tari, oh dear. I'm a dead white group. So it's really, really depressing. I definitely lost out here. And now black has the lead again. So I had to try and compensate my losses by going this way, making a ladder breaker and trying to get something. But black doesn't let me off easily. Black cuts here instead of just blocking. So it makes things really complicated for me. And I have to make use of the AGA here, because if black gets this whole area, I'm going to lose. There's no way to make up these points. So I try to come up with something here, and I end up coming up with something rather well thought out, and then I kind of misplayed it. So you'll see. So here, I came up with a plan to cut off these the top right corner, and I'll show you what it is. There. This is a kind of a straightforward path. Yep. And if black at any time wants to save his corner and let these live, I'm completely satisfied with that. Black, of course, is not. So he goes here. I go here. And he kills all that, and I come back and take the base. So this corner is now dying. So I think I used the AGA in the bottom right very effectively, but now I'm about to misplay it, and you'll see where. Right here. This is not the move to kill. If I play here, I win the game, because black is dead. There's no way to live. You know, we went over this afterwards, and this is the move to kill. I thought this was the final point, and I was wrong. Yeah, so black just plays here, and black's alive, because I can't take away either of the eyes. Now, if he plays that here, it's as simple as me hanaing right here, and where's black's 2 eyes? There's no way to make 2 eyes. It's just dead. You can read out this shape if you want. Just pause the video and then look at it or whatever. But this group is dead. Unfortunately, I did not read as thoroughly as I should have. I am just not quite there yet. I have to read a little bit more than what I was reading, and I was reading a lot. But it wasn't quite enough. I missed the chance to kill this group. Instead, I only gained a bit of profit, like this. And even after this, though, white is about 5 or so points ahead. Yeah, white's about 5 points ahead, I believe, is what I counted. Of course, black has the ability to kill these 3 stones, so it's really, really close. It's still really close, but white has a slight advantage here. So even after this lived, I took away and gained enough points in this area to make up for what I gave up here. So I still use the AGA down here effectively, and then I have to make the points on the bottom. If I go this way, this is where we counted white is 5 points ahead, right here. But I saw this and I'm like, oh, all I have to do is defend the bottom and play Yosei, and I'm pretty confident in my Yosei. So I thought I had a good chance to win this game. And I played here, defended the bottom, and then this happened. I'm like, oh dear, that's not good. I needed to defend this way. I didn't notice the liberties were becoming very small. So if I just save these stones and this dies, I lose the game. This is too many points. There's no way I can come back this many points. So I have no choice but to fight this, because there's no way I can make up those points. So I try to come up with something. Here. And then I play it out, and I have to ask black. It's like, okay, how are you going to kill me? Because I have no choice but to run with this. If I don't run with this, I lose the game. So I tried to create as much support as I could, and black plays it correctly. Plays it exactly correctly. Yep. And net. And that's game over. I missed the cut, and I resigned here. So it was definitely a big fighting game. A lot of reading, a lot of life and death involved. And the lead actually went back and forth quite a few times. So it was a really exciting game. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I was really happy that I was able to put up such a fight, even if I misread several times. To be able to fight like this and be able to push myself like this I find it a lot of fun. I would have preferred to win, and I would have preferred to see that I could kill the top right and see this cut right here and be able to see everything. But if I could do that, then I'd be playing other people who could also do that, and it would still be back and forth. And these back and forth. But yeah, so it's a lot to learn from. I found out I do like attacking a lot, but even if I attack, I have to read the life and death correctly, and I have to be very careful about that. So I need to improve my life and death reading a bit. So yeah, I need to do life and death problems, and that's what I learned from this game. You can definitely learn something from every game if you review it. And that's what I learned from this game. I just hate doing life and death problems. That is my least favorite thing to do. But that's that shows right here, because if I actually did life and death, I might have been able to kill that and secure a victory. So just because I don't like something doesn't mean I don't study it. Otherwise, it can cost me games like this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a fun game, and this was the AGA City League. I forget which month because I had to schedule this month because next week I'll be going to Korea, and look forward to content about that because that's going to be a lot of fun. My friends are telling me to start a blog or something, or get a lot of pictures. So definitely follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook is Sean Ray, SHAWNRAY. You're just gonna have to track me down. We might have mutual friends if you have Go players as friends on Facebook. But you can track me down on Facebook. Add me as long as you're Go players and have Go friends and stuff. I'll probably add you back. Um, Twitter is Clossi Sensei. So CLOSSIUSSENSEI, I think, Sensei. Yeah, I think it's spelled like that. I'll be posting pictures and comments there regularly, at least. And I may or may not start a blog or a website or something once I get over there. Though I will likely do a lot of video recording and post videos on YouTube from Korea. So yeah, look forward to that. Um, yeah. Oh, in addition to that, the reason I'm going to Korea is because I will be working with the English Baduk TV, and working with stuff on there. The English Baduk TV is really nice, actually. There's a lot of nice content on there. I think it's like $3 a month. You can watch it on the Apple TV, which I think is really cool. I love watching it on the Apple TV. Or you can watch it online. They have some free samples, so I would go check out the free samples at Baduk TV, or English Baduk TV. I'm not sure of their exact website. You might have to Google it. But Google English Baduk TV, find their website, and watch the free content and see if you like it or not. If you do, I highly recommend subscribing. There's a lot of good stuff on there. A lot of good basics and stuff. They have really good content. But yeah, I'll be doing something with them. I'm not sure what yet. So you may or may not see me on there. But yeah, look forward to future videos. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook and see pictures and stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this because I sure did. I think it was a fun game. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.